Man, we're finally back on YouTube. Exactly. How many personal issues does Ralph have?
We all have stuff that we have to deal with, preteen. The Jaguars have stuff going on, too. So, they understand.
Personal friends and family members come first, Naruto. Always.
I understand that, Rocky.
Alright, then. Stop copying an attitude.
I wasn't copying no attitude, goof.
Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't.
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 Yes, you were.
Guys. Narutoes.
He started it.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
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 Alright, everybody. I know that we just started, but as you can see, due to the situation, we have to go to an early ad break. I have to discuss something with the two Narutoes here. Our Jaguars have waited long enough, and they didn't wait this whole time to see you two bickering at each other. The people of Wendy's are not treating their customers right. So, they need to be put on blast.
What's the point? They're going to close down, anyways.
We're not really sure of that, preteen. That's only a speculation on the internet.
Besides, Ralph wants to put the nail in their coffin in any case. So, enough with the arguing, and let's get on with this. Hey, Jaguars! Welcome to another epic episode of Ralph's Universe, the Reboot. The 99th episode. And you know what that means, Jaguars? That means we're fastly approaching the 100th episode of the Reboot.
Really? Cece? I had no idea.
As you noticed at the beginning of this episode, we're doing yet another crossover to put a business on blast. And this time it's Wendy's.
And Wendy's is not treating their customers right at all. And like always, the link to the complaints posted by former customers of Wendy's is in the info bar of this episode. And so is the link to wikipedia.org, where Ralph Jaguar got all this info on Wendy's.
And this time, the images of Wendy's were taken by Ralph Jaguar himself.
That's right, Jaguars. Ralph actually took those pictures of the Wendy's building himself instead of doing his usual Yahoo search. Amazing.
Amazing indeed.
But let's start by telling you all the origin info about Wendy's. Now, here is Wendy's origin that Ralph Jaguar found in wikipedia.org. Wendy's is an American international fast food restaurant chain, founded by Dave Thomas, on November 15, 1969, in Columbus, Ohio, United States. The company moved its headquarters to Dublin, Ohio, on January 29, 2006. As of March 1999, Wendy's was the world's third largest hamburger fast food chain with approximately 6,487 locations, following Burger King's 12,000 plus locations, and McDonald's single quote 31,000 plus locations. On April 24, 2008, the company announced a merger with Triarch, the parent company of Arby's. Despite the new ownership, Wendy's headquarters remained in Dublin. Previously, Wendy's had rejected more than 2 buyout offers from Triarch Companies Incorporated following the merger. Triarch became known as Wendy's/Arby's Group, now the Wendy's Company, a publicly traded company. Approximately 85% of Wendy's restaurants are franchised, and 77% of them are located in North America. Wendy's and its affiliates employ more than 47,000 people in its global operations. In fiscal year 2006, the firm had $2.469 billion USD in total sales. While Wendy's sets standards for exterior store appearance, food quality and menu, individual owners have control over hours of operations, interior decor, pricing and staff uniforms and wages.
Does Wendy's actually keep their stores clean?
Have you been to Wendy's, preteen?
A few times. And their bathrooms suck?
Wendy's menu consists primarily of hamburgers, chicken sandwiches, French fries and beverages, including the Frosty. Unlike Burger King and McDonald's, the company does not have a signature sandwich, such as the Whopper or the Big Mac. Instead, it has the Dave's Hot and Juicy 1/4 pound single. Introduced in 2011, as a reworking of the long-standing Wendy's single, a square petite burger, made with fresh ground beef, rather than round frozen patties. Wendy's uses these square hamburger patties which hang over the edge of a circular bun as its signature item.
In mid-2007, Wendy's began a national debut of its new breakfast menu in its US and Canadian stores. Wendy's experimented with serving breakfast for a short time in 1985, but the endeavor was unsuccessful due to many issues. While approximately 12 Wendy's restaurants in the US and its territories have been serving breakfast since then, Wendy's has not had a company-wide breakfast offering. The new breakfast menu is expected to be fully deployed to all Wendy's in the United States by the end of 2009, but as of July 2014, many Wendy's franchises across the country still do not have a breakfast menu. The newer breakfast menu differs slightly from the one featured in 1985, and it is structured similarly to its lunch-dinner menu, with value meals and various sides like blended fruit. Menu items include several breakfast sandwiches served on biscuits, fresket and Kaiser rolls, breakfast burritos and side orders of hash browns, muffins, and cinnamon sticks. In order to avoid the same issues the original 1985 breakfast offerings faced, the new menu was designed for ease of operation, lower costs, and reduced preparation time. In January 2016, Wendy's announced a transition plan to source only cage-free eggs by the year 2020 in all US and Canadian locations that serve breakfast.
Okay. Now it's time to get into the complaints of Wendy's left by the former customers.
Finally, enough with the dreaded history lesson.
Do you mind?
Not at all.
Now, Ralph found these complaints on Wendy'sPissedConsumers.com, and what we are going to do is read you 5 complaints, and in part 2, Ralph Jaguar will read you 5 complaints.
5? Why only 5?
Because, preteen, we don't want this episode to drag on too long.
Why do you always ask such dumb questions, preteen? Jeez.
F you.
No, it's F you, preteen.
Okay, it's time for another ad break.
Wait, another ad break?
And we're back.
Yeah, we're back. After another annoying ad break.
Hey, the ad breaks are not annoying. They're great for letting people know about our other web series and YouTube channels.
Like I said, annoying.
Can we just read the comments and complaints that people left about Wendy's?
That would be a great idea. We've been sitting here for a while now, and I'm getting tired.
Wow. You're tired from just sitting there? And you're supposed to be better than me? Whatever.
Anytime you want to go, preteen.
Okay. Here's the first complaint left by a customer of Wendy's. I'll read the first one that Ralph found. On February 8, 2016, I went to the Delavan, Wisconsin Geneva St. Wendy's. I sat in the drive-thru for over 10 minutes. By doing so, I would have thought that would have been enough time to warm up the food to an eating temp. Boy, was I wrong. I am not sure what they used the time for, but it was not to provide me with customer service or food. Being that it was just shortly after 11:30 a.m., a person would think that they are going to be ready for the lunch rush. Nope, they weren't. They might have been better off not opening the doors for the day than pissing off everyone in the drive-thru. The whole experience took almost a half hour by the time I had to get out of my vehicle and go in the building and get a refund for my cold sandwich. Here is an idea. Put my food under your heat lamp, and it probably would have cooked faster and been warmer than what you handed me out of the window. I spent my lunch hour dealing with Wendy's rather than getting my lunch, to which at this point I had to order delivery because of Wendy's failure. And your people want $15 an hour. Not worth it. Not a single one of them. How about fire the ones in the Delavan location and start over? The people that are working there obviously can't handle their jobs, and maybe it's time Wendy's start looking for people that actually care about what they give to a customer. 2 meals a day from fast food times 7 days a week. You do the math and figure out how much I will not be giving you this year. Evaluate your staff and figure out who wants to be there and who doesn't, and make the appropriate changes. That is not too much to ask for.
Someone in Walkertown, North Carolina wrote, ordered a grilled chicken Caesar salad full size. My chicken was so overcooked that I couldn't even chew it. I wasn't happy with my order at all. Normally happy with their salads, but not this time. So just wanted to let you know how I felt about my order, and I didn't even get my receipt with my coupon on the back, so that I could get my 2.00 off the next time. If there will be a next time, didn't think about it until I pull off.
In Texas, someone wrote, has anyone else noticed that not only the prices have gone up, there is no dollar menu, but the chili is horrible. The size of the large chili is a joke, and when we got it home and opened it, it was all beans. It did not look or taste the same. Recent research told us the company is in trouble with its profits, so this price increase in poor product is the result. After 20 years plus of going here for the few particular items that could be considered somewhat healthy, I will never go to any Wendy's again. Heads up. Research it for yourselves. They're poor profits, and they choose to downgrade an already poor grade food product and at the same time almost double their prices.
Someone else in Texas wrote, today, October 23rd, 2015, at 2:10 p.m. Wendy's in Bossier City, Ella has horrible customer service. The lady asked me if I was done ordering after every item I named off was if I was bothering her. She forgot my cheese. Put mayo on my sandwich. I'm allergic to mayo. Yeah. Definition of poor people skills.
Someone from Colleyville, Texas wrote, crappy plastic cheap cups they used sweated on my table and ruined my cell phone. Food tastes like cafeteria food and your cups suck. Burger and fries cost me $400 with phone replacement. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Done with them. Then an anonymous person wrote, how about don't leave the effing phone on the table where it could pick up moisture? Drinks sweat in any regular cup. It is not Wendy's fault you can't take care of your possessions. Be a grown-up and put your toys away while you're eating. Better yet, get it to go. So, we're going to stop right here.
5 complaints. That's 5 complaints too many that we read on here.
And Ralph found 403 of them on the website.
And in part 2 of this, On the Ralph Jag Channel, Ralph Jaguar is going to read you 5 more complaints about Wendy's. The link to that is in the description section of this episode of the Reboot.
But the info that we give you here is more than enough to bury Wendy's.
Wendy's need to be buried for the way they act. They suck.
Thus, the subtitle of this episode. Go ahead and head over there, now. Peace out till later, Jaguars.